Well, hi guys. It's Monday. The 3rd of August. It's 6 o'clock. And I'm calling it a day. I've been at this all day. I finally got that pulley to move just enough for this to clear without any problems back there. I've got the upper chopper drive belt, which is this, on. I've got the I don't know what counter shaft belt that drives this shaft, which drives let's see, the clean grain augers from the front up, the tailings auger, and the clean grain elevator. It's up. All these belts are in, they're tight on tensioners. This one I didn't have to do nothing to. I had a time just getting the this pulley on with the belt. There is no adjustment to it. It's as far as it goes, and it's tight. I'm still waiting for the belt back here to come in. I've got the 3 belts that drive the cylinder. I've got the belt right back here. New for the cylinder. I don't know if I like this ribbed back like that, but it is what it is, kind of deal. And it's kind of funny to me, these belts, these quality belts, I guess is what they're called. Most of them are made in America. A couple are made in Korea. I don't know. But I've got the belt on for that drives clean grain up. This one out here, I'm trying to figure out some way to pull those tensioner pulleys down, because it's got an ungodly spring on it. And I haven't figured out how to get it down yet without killing myself. It is what it is. Q power. This one's made in America. Made in the US. This one is made in Korea. Same company. Where is it? That one's made in the US. Q power. So it's kind of in a hodgepodge, you might say. Still waiting for that belt from Shoup. Yeah, Shoup. Should have been here today, but oh well. We're getting blessed with some more rain. The no-till beans out there. Uh-oh. I guess it don't work no more. My no-till beans and the wheat stubble don't look too bad. They're kind of thin up here by the road, but they get thicker as it goes back. Guess the biggest thing is it was wetter up here than it was toward the back of the field. 1850 is still in limbo for right now. Long's running great. That solved the problem. Good old thunder. But I think I'm going to call it a day because I've got to come up with a way to pull that spring down. And it's hard to do with a pry bar getting on the pulley and pulling it. And it's got to go a long way, because it keeps that belt under tension and this one. So that's why the rod is in here pulling up, so it'll hold it up with tension on this belt, so when I do get that one pulled down, I can hook it up. And I'm thinking about a ratchet strap or a come along or something to get on the backside of the pulley bracket to pull it down. But I don't know. I know a lot of these belts are a real giggle. I put this one on first, and it's really kind of stupid because that pulley was down because it broke, so I didn't know any better and tried to put the belt on down there. What was going to hit here, and I was trying to figure out why in the world is what's going on here. So I had to go out to the parts machine and look at it and see how it was, and I noticed it was up instead of down. Okay, because it was hitting right here. In fact, you can see that kind of shine right there. So I knew something was oddball. I just didn't know what. Well, that's what it was. It may have been why it threw the belt to start with when I took the chopper off. That may have what caused it to break, the traction drive belt to break, the whole fiasco, you might say. But I digress. So guys, I'm going to call it a day. I'm hot, I'm tired, and this thing has drove me nuts. So I think it's a good time to call it quits for the day. Plus, I'm on overtime, and, well, we can't have that. So, we'll see you next time, guys. And as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you ain't never changed that belt right there, or if you have changed it, let me know in the comments how in the world you did it without killing yourself. Because I just feel pain coming, if you know what I mean. Well, we'll see you next time, guys. Hi, guys. We're back at working on the 4400. And there's something I want to talk about a little bit here. When you get into one of these machines, replacing belts, you run into alignment issues. By that I mean as far as the belts, like on a shaft like this. There's 4 belts that run off this shaft. It's driven by this belt, which drives this belt, which is the lower belt for the clean grain up to the top on this counter shaft. And you've got, it runs also the clean grain, cross augers that bring everything from under the cylinder up to the shaker bed. And it also runs the trailing elevator. So what you get into is, like, on this back side, somebody had this pulley off, this off, and the pulley set for this behind it that attaches to the shaft to replace the bearing. Problem is, when they put this particular pulley set back on, it wasn't lined up exactly right. So it took me a week, about a week of soaking and beating on that hub to get those pulleys to move back far enough to where this belt did not hit the bearing flange on the bearing that runs the shaker bed back and forth on the crank. So I had to move it just a little bit. Well, in doing that, I had to make sure it did not hit here. There was clearance. It missed this belt, had clearance here, and I just got done lining this belt up. Now, it's a good 1/8 of an inch off, and I can't bring it any closer. Measured up here at the pulley, it's 6 1/4. Measure it down here, and we're 6 3/8. I can't bring it any closer because of that. You don't want that belt close to that, any closer to that pulley than it is, because as it runs, that belt's going to do this, and you don't want to wear the side of the belt off on this pulley. So you kind of got to split the difference. Getting the belt pulley on up top, belt on the idler pulleys, I should say, I had to take a ratchet strap to behind here to pull it down, because that's a pretty healthy spring right there. It's a healthy spring to keep tension on this belt as well as the down belt. So you get into alignment issues. Right now I'm getting ready to get my books out to find out if the belt that goes back here from there up to there has a twist in it or not, or if it's just put straight on, because the guys at John Deere said it's got to have a twist, and I told him it was an early machine, and he looked it up and he said it does not say. So lucky me, I got to go through the books and see if I can find it where it says how it's put on, or find a picture that shows something else but it shows that. So that's what I'm getting ready to do right now, and I can get that little belt, O-ring belt, put on, and then I'm still waiting for this belt to arrive back here. Says it was shipped the 29th. Today is the 4th. I have not received it yet. So, and I've looked on their website and there's no tracking number on it, so I may have to call them yet today. We'll see. But at any rate, guys, we'll be back here in a few minutes once I figure this out. So hang on. Okay, guys, I found it. This is our belt, clear one. And looking through the book, and I found it. It is straight looped. It doesn't have a twist in it. Also says there's a grease zerk up there. And I'll bet you that ain't been ever greased. So we'll be back here in a bit, guys. See what I get into on this. Hang on. Okay, I just realized when I walked up there, I cannot put this belt on until the cylinder drive belt, which this has a chain. Mine has a belt on it. So this is another example of there are differences in these early machines. This being one of them right here. You can see that it's got a chain sprocket, not a pulley. So can't put this on yet till I get the belt that goes here. So we'll be back.